So this man unalived a woman and apparently he fed her to his friends. The story is wild. Now, his name is Chicken Man and is a small time Zaza dealer in New York, and apparently he's homeless. But one day he met this couple, Sylvia and Sean. And Sylvia and Sean agrees to let Chicken Man stay in the new two-bedroom apartment if Chicken Man is ready to pay half the rent. So Chicken Man agrees and he moves in. But here's the thing about Chicken Man. He's crazy. There's a few problems with Chicken Man. He's a weird guy and he's always talking about how he's gonna be president someday, talking about how he's gonna be a cult leader, and he always carries a chicken wherever he goes. Apparently that's why they call him Chicken Man. But anyway, now the Chicken Man is in a better position. A few times a week, he loves to cook about 30 to 40 pounds of soup or pancakes or whatever to bring to his homeless friends so they can eat. So that's kind of nice. But soon after Chicken Man start living with Sylvia and Sean, unfortunately, they broke up and they planned to move out of the apartment. And Chicken Man's like, oh shit, I can't pay all the rent by myself. And he doesn't want to be homeless again. So he decides to look for another roommate. And that is where he finds this woman, Monica. And Monica is a dancer. She lived in Switzerland. And Chicken Man thinks she's fine. And Monica happens to be looking for an apartment. So Chicken Man brings her to the apartment and they end up smashing. And he's like, hey, you want to be my roommate? And she's like, sure. And so Monica eventually moves in. Now her name is on the lease. A few days later, she started bringing random boys at home to smash. And as you can imagine, this pisses Chicken Man's off. I mean, he really likes this girl and she only sees him as a friend. And so they started fighting about this for days. And after all this chaos, boom, she asked Chicken Man to leave the apartment. And Chicken Man is like, what? I brought you here. I don't even have any place to go. And that is when low-key Chicken Man starts to hate Monica. And so he started going around the park telling all his friends that he's gonna low-key kill Monica. And his friends, they don't believe him. I mean, the psychopath is crazy in the head. So they don't believe that he's gonna actually do it. At some point, Monica has had enough of Chicken Man's antics and she confronts him and she tells him that he has to leave now. And they get into this huge fight, and during this fight is when Chicken Man finally loses it. And suddenly, pow! He punches Monica in the face. He grabs an extension cord. He strangles her. He grabs a knife and he stabs her over and over again 30 times until she's unalived. And then he puts her in the bathtub and he butchers her. A few days later, Sylvia goes to the apartment and she let herself in and she saw the stove and the pot on it and she was like, oh, what's that? And she got closer and then she opened the pot and she saw Monica's head in the pot. And she's like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then she goes to the bathroom and there she finds Monica's body parts in the bathtub. And so she immediately pages Chicken Man's pager, because I guess he got a pager. And they meet up. And Chicken Man's like honest about everything. He tells her the truth. He's like, yeah, I unalived her. And she's like, you better get that body out of that apartment. And then Chicken Man goes home, he cleans up, and he packs some of Monica's and stashes it in the freezer, and then carries some of her, and then go throw it away. And some of her, he boils her in the soup pot. Here's the thing though, around this time when all this thing is happening, Chicken Man, he's still feeding his street friends food. And what you know, he's feeding them Monica. And he's also telling them that he unalived Monica, but they won't listen to him. They won't believe him because he's kind of crazy. And those homeless folks started making a joke about Chicken Man feeding them soup made from Monica. Now, we don't actually know if that is true or not because they don't tell us anything about that. So we don't know if it's true, but from everything we've seen and hear from the stories, there's a possibility. So eventually, somebody contact the police and they tell them about Chicken Man. And they also tell them that Monica has been missing. So the police bring in Sylvia and they question her, and she told them about finding Monica's head on a pot of soup and her body in the bathtub. And so the police, they go and they pick up Chicken Man and they question him. And dude, he's crazy. He's not even denying it.
And then I went ahead and did what I did.
What did you do?
The horribleness in which what I did to her. I dissected her body totally.
So then, bam, they arrest him. And I couldn't find a mugshot, but this is what it looks like in real life. So Chicken Man is charged with murder and he goes to trial and is found not guilty by reason of insanity. So he'd apparently be diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. So he's sent to a psychiatric facility where he lives to this day. So shout out to New York, I guess.